Now I think that this piece is very similar in that it has both a mirror and a subsurf modifier on it. So let's duplicate it and move it to that new layer down here. And let's go ahead and remove the mirror, remove the subsurf. I'll isolate it with Shift H, and let's just go in and start removing some of these edges. Here's one we can get rid of, maybe up here as well. Now that we have that cleaned up, let's go ahead and add a mirror modifier to it. There we go. And let's turn on clipping and apply that. There we go. Let's hit Alt-H and bring that back. Now let's go take a look at something else. What about these here? Let's try this. I'll duplicate them and move those down to that layer here. Now these pieces have a lot of edges in them, and I don't want to go through and take out all of these edges. So what I'm going to do is just select these here and delete them. And then once I remove the edges of one, I'll then duplicate that low poly version to replace these. So I'll get rid of these, delete faces, and then I'll come through and just get rid of all of these edges here. And for this one as well. Now let's go ahead and get rid of the mirror and the subsurf modifiers. And there we have our low poly pieces. Let's bring that other one over as well. So we've got these pieces here. Let's bring these over. Let's duplicate and move these down to here. And let's go through the same process with these. Now this piece is still an array, so I can go ahead and just remove the array modifier, and I have that one piece there. Now I can remove the subsurf, and once again I'll go in and remove some of these edges. Now what I'll do is bring back that high-res version, and I could try and create an array here. The problem is these two pieces here are one object. I need to split them up. So maybe I could select this one piece and hit the P key and separate it by selection. And now that this is its own object, I could try using an array, but the problem is getting it the exact same spacing may be a little difficult. We can try it though. I'll go ahead and hit the array modifier here, and we want to bring this out in the Y, so I'll add a 1 down here. And if I drag this just a little bit, we can kind of see that it lines up with this piece pretty well actually. So I'll just increase the count and let's see how it does. And as it goes, it gets a little bit off. So perhaps I could type in maybe 2.1. Let's see how that works. And that's way too much. So maybe 2.01. And that's not quite enough. So it's just kind of trying to find the right settings here. And it looks like maybe 2.025 might do it. Like that. And then we can apply that here. There we go. So now we need to go through and do the same thing for this piece. I'll add an array, put a 1 in the Y, drag it out just a bit until I kind of get it where I need it to be, increase the count, and let's see how it measures up. It's a little bit off, so maybe we could do 2.21. Let's try that. How about 2.22? That looks pretty good. Looks like they're lining up pretty well there. All right, so what I will do now is I'll go ahead and use this same type of process to just finish up the whole thing. So currently what we have is this here. And we've pretty much talked about all of the processes and tools and techniques that I'll be using to retopologize the rest of the object. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish it up before the next video, and then in the next video we'll talk a bit about what we've done and also begin our UV mapping.